Guys, what an episode! What an episode! Welcome to the review of the episode 7 of the House of the Dragon. Now, this episode began with the burial of Lady Lena. She had asked her dragon to burn her alive. The pain was too much for her. That happened. She was brought back to Driftmark to be buried. She had always wanted to come back to Driftmark to deliver. It's as if she felt like she could die there delivering, but then Daemon said no, and it didn't happen. So she was brought back for her burial. Now, during her burial, some jabs were being thrown here and there. Everybody knew that those jabs were for Rhaenyra. In fact, her children even knew that that the jabs were for them. And it was like, I felt bad for the kids because, it's not their fault. But then, since they are there and then since they've been born, the jabs are going to receive it until maybe their last day. Yeah. So, Lady Lena was being buried. After she was buried, Lady Rhaenyra and Daemon went for a walk. And during the walk, Lady Rhaenyra begged her uncle. Practically, it was like begging her uncle to bed her. And for that to happen on the day Daemon's wife was being buried, I felt like that was too much. I've always known that Rhaenyra had a thing for her uncle, and it was vice versa. I mean, it was mutual between the two of them. But then, for it to happen on the day that Lady Lena was being buried or had been buried, oh God, it was too much. It was too much to watch. Rhaenyra practically begged her uncle for that moment. She's always wanted him for a very, 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 very long time. Remember when he left her hanging in that brothel? Oh, she had never been able to forget the experience, so she wanted him. Now it happened. While that was going on, Lady Alicent's son, Aemond, which I think it was a highlight for me, he claimed the biggest dragon. I even thought that he had seen his Daemon and Rhaenyra somewhere in the bush, so I thought that was what he was going after. But then he was targeting the dragon. He didn't have a dragon. He had always wanted a dragon, and he claimed the dragon. It was beautiful to watch. The children of Lena saw that and were like, no, the dragon is gone. The biggest dragon is gone. Now, the kids were quite upset. I think for Lena's children, they thought that, oh, my mom had just been buried, and so maybe let me wait for a while. After a while, then I would go claim the dragon. But the young man was not thinking that way. He was not waiting for any day. He just went and claimed it, and that was the highlight of the show for me. I thought that was brave, and he did well to command the dragon, and then now the dragon was his. Now when he returned, the kids felt like, no, you have stolen our dragon, my mother's dragon. Turned into a fight, and the outcome of the fight was a scene I wasn't expecting, to the extent that Aemond lost an eye. Wow. So whilst Rhaenyra and Daemon were outside having fun, their children, or Rhaenyra's children, in fact, their children were engaged in a fight. Upon their return, they came, now it was like they had to solve the issue. So King Viserys was there, what happened, who said what, and all that. Now, Lady Alicent was not happy with the decision of her husband, to just let him slide, because she was like, my son has lost an eye. I want the eye of Rhaenyra's son as well. And a tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. You cannot just say that, let's stop fighting and all that. She went in for the dagger. I don't know what she was going to do, because she wouldn't have been able to plug the child's eye. She wouldn't have been able to. She went for the dagger, and then Rhaenyra held her. And I think that Rhaenyra inflicted that wound upon herself, just to make a point. I don't think that Lady Alicent did that to her. I doubt it. She did it just so to make a point and to send a message for people to know that, oh, this is how Alicent is, but I don't think she did. Now, fast forward, Rhaenyra and Daemon have a conversation. Rhaenyra felt she felt like people don't see her to be like a strong pillar, and to me, I felt like she was stronger, or maybe I was hoping she'd be a very strong person, being the first woman to inherit the Iron Throne. But obviously she feels afraid. She's afraid of what might come in the future, and so she made a proposal to her uncle that they marry, because everybody knows Daemon. That guy is a no-nonsense guy. Everybody knows him. So if she weds him, that means that they're going to present a more stronger front. Now that meant that her husband had to be killed, and she didn't even blink at the decision. She didn't even blink at the decision. Now, Daemon was the one who went to put the conversation forward. And I think it wasn't smart for him to ask the protector of Selena to kill him. In fact, the idea Daemon gave him was what he used to help Selena escape. But the two of them had to escape, because if he had stayed behind, he would have been killed. Now, Selena's parents came and then found a body that had been burnt. You won't be able to recognize the child, whether that's my son or that's not my son. But as far as there was a witness who told the story to them that this person and Selena were fighting, then automatically that could be my son. And so a mother loses two children, buries one on a day, and then the other one also dies the same day. Too much pain. And whilst the mother was mourning the loss of her child, Rhaenyra and Daemon were getting married. Even King Viserys doesn't even know about it. A mother is mourning a child who had been buried, and then she finds out that her other son, her only son too, had been killed, and Rhaenyra and Daemon are getting married without the knowledge of even King Viserys. I'm like, hey, what is happening? What is really happening? But then, I mean, that is that is House of Dragon for you. Game of Thrones had a lot of similar happenings, and for the House of the Dragon, I think we've not seen anything close to the war that is going to happen. We've not seen anything close to that. So these are just events that are unfolding. I'm wondering what's the reaction. I'm wondering what the reaction of King Viserys would be once he finds out that Rhaenyra has married her uncle. That might be what will kill him. Maybe, who knows. But I also thought that Selena looked better without the wig that he was wearing. You see, when we were escaping, he had shaved everything off. I think he looked better. And so yeah, what did you make of the episode? Leave your comments in the comment section. What will be the reaction of King Viserys? How is this going to unfold? I mean, if Selena's parents find out that Rhaenyra and Sir Daemon are married, what will be their reaction? I mean, that same day. Too many things have happened. Thank you for watching. Do leave a comment. Do like the video, and be back for the next review of the next episode that will be released. My name is Bevelyn. Take care. Bye.